Hi, this is Brad Linder with Liliputing, and this is the new HP Spectre Laptop for 2016. It's a thin and light laptop, and when we talk about thin and light laptops, this is really, literally one of the thinnest that's on the market right now. It's just 10.4 millimeters thick, and that's about 0.4 inches. And you'll notice that there's no ports or anything on the sides. Instead, everything's on the back. What we've got here are 3 USB Type-C ports. 2 of them are Thunderbolt 3, the other is just USB. And you can connect up to 2 external 4K displays there. There's also a headset jack, and then for power, you just use one of those USB ports. So you're going to need a USB adapter to do that. If we flip it over, you'll notice 2 little vents here. Now, those are vents as opposed to speakers, and there's more vents here on the back, and that's because it uses a hyperbaric cooling system. So this is what it looks like with the lid taken off. They don't recommend taking the lid off. You're probably going to avoid your warranty if you try taking the lid off, but this is what it looks like. And so we've actually got 2 fans here that bring in air through those vents that we saw here, and then they push it across and out the back here. And so that keeps the system cool without taking up a lot of space. Normally you might have a heat sink or a fan or something on top of the CPU. In this situation, you don't. It's actually blowing it across the entire motherboard area. The battery was also sort of modified to make use of this limited space. So we've got 4 different parts of the battery. These super thin bits back here are actually battery components. So it's battery, 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 battery. These are a little bit thicker, and that's so that it can rest here over the or under the keyboard and under the touchpad, where there's a little bit more space here, or actually on the sides of the touchpad. Under the touchpad, there's nothing, so there's room for the touchpad assembly. If you also look around here, you'll see that there is the RAM and the processor are not upgradable. They're soldered to the motherboard. The storage is not supposed to be upgradable. It's not considered user serviceable, but if you do open up the lid, this is actually a module that you could pop out. So it's available with 256 gigs or 512 gigabytes of storage, and if you really wanted to, if you were willing to risk breaking your system and opening up the case and getting at the insides, you could theoretically upgrade that or replace it if there's a problem with your SSD. So again, it's not recommended, but it is theoretically possible. We've got the new HP logo and styling. It's just sort of 4 lines here. We've got a sort of copper edge here on the back. And then let's open it up, show you what it looks like when it's open from the side. And the speakers are Bang & Olufsen certified speakers here. You can see the grills on the sides, touchpad, and a full-size keyboard with backlighting as well. So that's the new HP Spectre for 2016. Prices started at about $1,170 for a model with a Core i5 processor and 256 gigabytes of storage, or $1,250 for a version with a Core i7 processor and 512 gigabytes of storage. Now, really, one of the most interesting things I think about this design is that a lot of other devices that are less than half an inch thick, when you think about like the new MacBook, they have an Intel Core M processor. This actually has a full-fledged Core i5 processor, which when paired with a Thunderbolt port and Intel HD graphics, as I mentioned, can drive up to 2 external 4K displays. So that's a look at the inside and out of the new HP Spectre 2016 laptop, coming soon for... Oh, there's a little reboot going on. Coming soon for $1,170 and up. This is Brad Linder with Liliputing, and you can find more photos, details, and other information at liliputing.com.